Alright. We doing this? I guess we're recording. Okay. So, we're almost done here. And we made it to the 20th card. So, we've done with the solar consciousness. Now we're at Judgment, or as Aleister Crowley put it, the Aeon. Now, another term for this card might be the Revelation card. Or, yeah. This might be the Revelation card, right? So, what does this card mean? And why is this card? Now, its classical depiction, as you can see in the middle, is of an angel blowing the trumpet, right? So this is the Gabriel blowing the trumpet, calling upon the time of revelations, right? And it's the resurrection of the dead. On the far left, stage left, we have the Aeon. Now, the Aeon is the birth of the new child god, Rahor Queet, the child god, Thelemic, right? So this is about the end times, right? Or the revelation of the end times. This is the point where you gotta make a decision. So as we followed the story of the fool, right? So the fool has gone through his initiation, has become the hermit, and is now scouring the inside. So this is all the hermit's journey. We're still going through the hermit's journey, right? So, what is the hermit? The hermit ends up destroying his tower, right? Perceiving how he needs to plan for the future. Witnesses the illusion, witnesses the truth. So the moon and sun card, right? Now he's got to make a decision. Now he has to make a choice. With all the knowledge and all that crazy psychedelic experience that he's gone through. Now he has to make a choice. Now the decision has to be made. Now is where the influence of the divine has to actualize. Again, this is Revelations. This is the final judgment, or the day of judgment for the Christians. This would be, again, the opening of the new Aeon for the Thelemics. This would be, I don't know what it would be for Muslims, but this would be like the Nirvana for the Buddhists. This would be the achievement of the Tao for the Taoists. You know, this is the point where you have to make a decision. It also represents spirit, just spirit in general, just the sort of generic effect of spirit onto the material plane. Its Hebrew association is shin. Shin means fire. Okay, so fire, shin, it's got like this 3 fucking prongs, right? So it looks like a little fire, right? It looks like a little roaring fire going on, like a little log on fire. What else about this card? Because I'm only like 3 minutes in, and wow, there's not really much. Because this is one of those cards where when it shows up, it's not like this card in and of itself means anything besides the influence of spirit or an act of will, because it also corresponds with fire, right? So it's each card has its own like alchemical symbol associated with it. So you have the triplicity of fire, water, air, and then earth is corresponded with Saturn as well. So it's kind of like this quadruple one, or it's like a triple one. It's got like a triple association for one card, while every other card has just like a double association. So this card, when it shows up, is all about how the nature is being influenced by the divine, and how you, as a participant, have to enact certain things. You have to make a decision. You have to decide, right? You have to be a participant in it. And that's what this represents. As you see the Aeon card in the far left, right? Far left. Now, the reason why this is the Aeon card is because Aleister Crowley already had adjustment, right? For instead of justice, you got justice and judgment in the old school one, right? So justice is different than judgment. Um, while justice might be like this abstract, the judgment is the actualization of it, right? Fucking fly. So, because the Thoth deck already has adjustment as the justice card, right? And then there's all switcheroo, boogaloo going on down there. But because of that, it already has the judgment card already embedded into it. Why is that? It's because it's Thelemic and not Christian. The Christian is there is the ideal of justice that we follow, what is just and right, and then there's the judgment of what has to be enacted based upon your actions. Like, what is... Okay, so justice is like this abstract of, like, this for that, reward, not reward and punishment, but trespass punishment, right? So, you break the law, you're punished for it. That idea. While judgment is, you broke the law in this way, you get this, or you followed the law, therefore kudos, right? So this is the actualization of the concept of judgment, of justice, but this is the judgment, the universal judgment, right? Less of a decision and more of a consequence, like a natural consequence unfolding. That's sort of more of what this represents. Not a decision by a sort of consciousness, but by an outcome based upon predetermined actions. Like, because there was cracks in the dam busted. Like, that kind of idea. It's like, it's not that, like, oh, well, you deserve this because you sinned. It's like, okay, so here's a good one. It's not like you got an STD because you sinned because you had extramarital sex, right? Or premarital sex or whatever, because you're promiscuous or anything. No. It's because you were promiscuous and you didn't wear a condom, and you chose, like, the slutty girl because you knew you could totally get with her because that was totally, like, an easy thing to do. Now you got it. Now you got like something, right? Because you chose to do that, not because somebody's trying to get back at you. Okay? While justice would be like, okay, you've wronged me, now I need to enact something on you. I'm making a decision. This one's judgment. This one's more of the Aeon. This is, it'd be more like a law of karma. I'm sorry to get too far off. I feel like I'm trying to ramble just to fill up this shit. But it's more of the law of karma, and it's more of it happened because you have already decided it to happen through your choices in the past, right? So this is a consequence of the sum total of the actions. That's what this card is, and it's the influence of spirit. It's a big one. So whenever it shows up in a reading, it's a big influence or some sort of inaction of will, because fire is will. So it's also the will of the participant to engage and to act. So it's more of the consequence of what you've already willed to do, rather than, oh, now I need to make a decision. This is the idea of the Neo thing when he's actually talking to the Oracle in Reloaded, was you've already made the decision. Now you just need to understand why you made that decision, right? And that's sort of this card. Alright, so that's a judgment card. The Aeon. We're almost done with the major arcana, and I have only one more card to do. So again, this is the 20th card, so this is our 21st card that we've done, because we started out 0. We have followed the Fool through his understanding and through his initiation process, and hopefully you've been initiated in some sort of idea of what this nonsense is. We got one more card. Yeah. So again, if you like what I do and you want to support me, give me a like, subscribe it, share it with your friends, put it on your social media. Anything else? I should have a subscribe star, so if you do want to support me, I do have a subscribe star. I don't know what the issue is. I'm still waiting on them to verify me. I've been waiting for like a year now. It's kind of retarded. But one more to do, and then I'm probably going to take a little bit of a break on the tarot, just because I'm getting kind of burnt out on the tarot, before I do the minor arcana, which I will pick up at some point. Probably do them all in one go, and then just break it up, but we'll see. I got more to talk about. Yeah, so if you guys like what I do, please help me out. Give me a share, give me a subscription, give me something.